Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review and a demo on the Drybar, the Wrap Party Curling Wand. I actually have the box right here, and I believe this is Drybar's newest styling tool or heat styling tool. I know they have a curling wand with a clamp, or sorry, a curling iron with a clamp, and they also have a straightener. But now they have a curling wand, so one that does not have a clamp on it, and it has a really unique shape and design, which you can see it kind of tapers from top to bottom, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in the video. I'm going to show you me curling my hair with it. I just curled my hair with it, so this is the result of what I do with the curling wand. I like kind of loose, messy looking natural waves. It says it's a reverse taper, no slip barrel, creates perfectly shaped waves and holds hair in place while styling. The ergonomic handle adds comfort and control. I would agree with all of those things. It's quick and easy styling. It is so quick. I have really thick, longish hair. It normally takes so long for me to do anything with it, from blow drying to straightening. Everything takes so long, but this curls it so fast, like faster than any curling experience I've ever had before. There's a digital temperature setting thing that lets you choose the temperature. I'll pretend that we're setting the temperature. So right now you may be able to see it says off, and I believe it does turn off automatically if you leave it on and don't touch it for like an hour or something. So you press the on button and you'll see right now it's on 420. It actually goes, I believe, all the way down to, oh wow, how low does it go? The lowest it goes is 200 degrees. Say it was on 420 when I turned it on, so now it's trying to cool down, but if I put it all the way up to 450, which is the highest heat setting, you can see it's starting at the temperature that it's at, and now it's kind of like, it shows you as it's heating up. So that when it hits 450, you'll know that it's at that temperature and it's ready for you to use. And it heats up super fast. As you can see, the temperature is rising really quickly. That's kind of cool. And then it's also just an official Drybar tool. There's Drybar stylists using this in Drybar salons. So if you are maybe interested in the wand, I would say maybe try to go to a Drybar and ask if they can style your hair with it and see if you like that. I literally bought this on a whim. I hadn't tried it and there were not a ton of reviews out there, and I absolutely love it. So this is the box it comes in. Once again, it has a nice kind of magnetic closure. What does it say in there? Created for the perfect blowout. I bought this back in November. I just held on to the box, but this is the tool. Has a little swivel thing. That's all I'm gonna say just now at the beginning. I do talk through a couple more kind of tips and tricks and things about the wand during the video. So let's just go ahead and get into it, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing is just brushing my hair out. I actually just washed and blow dried mine. I'm just making sure I have a straight part. Not necessarily straight down the middle, but I just wanna make sure that it's straight. And then I'm gonna clip my hair up. I like to take it from kind of just above the ear, and this is my bottom layer, and then I do 2 more layers after this. So you can control the temperature of the wand right here. I have it set on the very highest heat setting, which is 450 degrees. And I know that may seem crazy to you. I'm not trying to burn the crap out of my hair. I actually heard from this guy who cut my hair once, basically told me that it doesn't matter how hot your heat tools are. Like, he said he would use a straightener on the highest heat setting. It has to be a good tool. So for example, there's a lot of straighteners that cause breakage on the ends of your hair. I don't know a ton about hair tools, but I know that obviously the metal plates can be made out of different things, or they can be made in a different way. If it's a good quality tool, he's like, you can go ahead and put it on the hottest setting. Especially because I have, like I said, thicker hair. If you have thinner hair, you definitely do not want to put this on the hottest setting, because you are gonna burn the shit out of your hair. It'll work on my hair at like 410, but just to get it done a little bit faster, I like to just go ahead and put it all the way up. So I know I've kind of been doing this half and I wasn't really explaining. It's because I wanted to explain to you guys the thing about the temperature, but about to be done with this half, and I'm gonna explain to you everything on this next half. And I personally like to go for more of a loose curl look, so whenever pretty much right after I'm done curling it, I like to brush my fingers through. So the way I do it is I basically just grab a section about this thick, so quite a big chunk, and I always make sure that I'm wrapping the underside of my hair. So basically, if you think this is the top side, this is the underside, I'm always wrapping the underside of my hair onto the iron. And I like to wrap every single piece away from my face. I've seen a lot of different tutorials where people do alternating curls, like they curl it away from their face for one curl and then towards their face for the other curl. Every time I've tried doing that on myself, I really, for some reason, didn't love the outcome. You'll see at the end, obviously, or you probably saw in the intro, what my hair looks like when I do this. Again, depending on the thickness of your hair, I've seen tutorials where people use this wand and they are able to only hold it in their hair for 3 seconds. I like to go somewhere between 7 and 10 seconds. So again, that's just because I have thicker hair and I want to make sure these curls last. I feel like sometimes when I put them on the lower heat setting, they just fall really quickly, or they're not as tight of a curl as what I'm looking for. So that is the first layer completely done. As you can see, it was really fast, and this side is already falling a little bit, which is totally fine because I want it to fall a little bit. And there was just a couple pieces that were sticking out that just looked straight, and so I'm going back over those. So yeah, this layer is done, and we'll let down the next layer. I probably will end up fast forwarding through some of the curling, but I wanted to tell you a little bit about why this wand is different from other curling wands, because I did own a different curling wand before, but I like this one so much better. And the first thing that's unique about this wand, by the way, I already have a heat protectant spray in my hair, so you should probably use one as well, especially if you're going up to 450 degrees. But first of all, the shape of this wand, I don't know if you can tell, but it's thicker at the top and then it tapers down. So this is just a unique shape. I've never seen any other curling wands like this. I don't know technically what that does to your curl. I mean, obviously it makes it a little bit tighter at the top and looser at the bottom, but I don't know why that is better. I just know that I like it. Another thing that's great about this curling iron is, just like I showed you, the digital screen with the exact temperature on it. When you set the temperature, you can set it in intervals of 10. So you can do 450, 440, 420, 430, whatever. It's very, very fast to heat up, and you can actually see it heating up. I also like the cord being a swivel. So obviously when you're curling your hair, you're going like all the way around your head. This cord swivels completely, so it's really just, again, makes it easy to use. And the curls last a long time. I like to refresh them usually on a daily basis, but the basic kind of curl or wave in your hair will pretty much last for me until I wash it. So the curl that I'm putting in my hair today, when I wake up tomorrow, it's going to be a lot more loose. And so I like to usually just touch it up and make it a little tighter again. I think it depends on how well your hair holds a curl, and because I live somewhere where it's really humid and I have really thick, heavy hair, I usually have to touch it up the next day. Also, this wand is by Drybar, so obviously I'm sure you can get it at Drybar stores or on the Drybar website. But I actually got it at Sephora, and I got it at Sephora when they were having one of their 20% off sales. The bigger sale is always in November, but they usually have one in April too. So I would recommend buying this wand maybe during one of those Sephora sales. I don't know if they have it at Ulta. I would imagine they do, because I know they sell other Drybar products there. So you can kind of see what's happening here. It's just turning into a very soft, natural kind of a wave, a beachy wave, and that is the look that I like. And I did not straighten my hair at all in between. I just blow dried it. I find that if I straighten my hair before I try curling it, the curls just don't hold as well as they do on just kind of like my natural hair. I just want to say, full disclosure, I don't know how to use a curling wand, the ones that have like an actual clamp. And I feel like I know that sounds completely ridiculous, because I'm sure they're so easy to use. And I've heard people tell me they don't know how to use a curling wand, and I feel the same way. I'm like, that's ridiculous. They're so easy. You literally just wrap your hair around it. But I just never learned how to use like a classic curling wand. A classic curling iron. I've always had a wand style, so one that doesn't have a clamp. I find this just so easy and it's so fast. I feel like I'm taking more time now just because I'm talking you through everything, but it is a really quick process. So you can see this is the kind of more fresh curl, and this is like, this one's been sitting here for a couple of minutes. It's a little looser. And if you want a tighter curl, just don't run your fingers through it immediately after. You can see pretty much the second I'm done curling it, I'm running my fingers through it. That's to loosen up the curl. If you want a tighter curl, then don't run your fingers through it immediately or at all. And even though I do have layers in my hair, so the top and the front is a little bit shorter, I'm still able to get the same amount of curls. So I just start a little bit closer to the top and I still wrap my hair around 3 times. Even on the shortest parts. Sometimes on this side I actually have to split that 3rd layer because my hair is so thick. And I part my hair just slightly to this side so there's a little more hair on this side. But let's fully count through and see how many seconds I'm holding here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's definitely good. So yeah, actually I'm holding it more like 5 or 6 seconds. I thought it was 7 or 8, maybe if you're counting fast. It's more like 7 or 8. Also, another tip to kind of know how long you should be holding your hair on the iron is until you like touch it and it's hot all the way through. So if you have really thin hair, you really do not need to be holding it in that long. And that is it. That's literally it. I just turned the curling iron off. You could leave it on and do some little touch-ups. Sometimes I like to take a mirror and look at the back of my head. In fact, I should probably go ahead and do that since I'm filming this as well. And I am happy with the way this came out. The only thing that I ever really do from here is, I have clean hair, so I have like decent volume today. If I needed more volume, I would use a volumizing or texturizing powder. This one's from Batiste. And it's just like a white powder that you sprinkle into your roots and then you kind of like zhuzh it in and it gives you a ton of volume at the root. The only other thing that I might do is put in a little bit of serum or oils. I have a 100% pure argan oil from Shea Moisture and I like to run this through just the ends. My ends are quite dry, but this also adds some really nice extra shine. So that is going to be it for the hair tutorial, you guys. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. I guess it's not really a tutorial, it's more so a review on the curling wand, which I love. If you can't already tell, I love the curling wand so much. Like I said, I've been using it nonstop since I got it. I highly recommend it. I've used a lot of curling wands in my life and this is by far the best one I've ever used. Like I said, I have really thick hair that's kind of wavy on its own, but this just makes the waves look so much more polished but still like messy and natural. I don't even know how to describe it. It's literally perfection. So 100% recommend. Would buy this literally like the same iron again. If this one broke, I would buy it again. I definitely hope it doesn't though. I'm hoping it's gonna last me for years. Give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful or you enjoyed it. I'm gonna leave all of my social media links right here for you if you want to follow me. I'd recommend following me on Instagram and Twitter. That's where I'm the most active. But also please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That would mean the world to me, and I'm really trying to make more videos more often. I'm shooting for at least one a week again, so subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me. And thank you so much for watching. I will hopefully see you in my next one. Bye!